I'd stay away if I were you. I'm on my way to a giant camp, and I can't guarantee those beasts won't think you're part of the offering. Keep your distance, and you shouldn't have anything to worry about. The cow, of course. Others do it differently, but I found that an annual offering usually keeps the giants away from our livestock. Some think it's superstition, but I believe it works. I've yet to have a giant kill any of my livestock. It's tradition. We mark the animal as a way to let the giants know we're giving it to them willingly, sort of a peace offering. Thanks. You take care of yourself now.
A calm spirit provides the best counsel. It's a noble pursuit. I'll do my best to teach you, as my father did me. Farewell.
Greetings, brother. You look weary. The finest skooma, the sweetest... Each has their own way.
The Legion's always looking for strong, capable warriors. If you think you've got what it takes, our headquarters is in Solitude.
you see anything you like.
Well met, and welcome to Falkreath. Don't worry, unlike my brother, I've no dislike of strangers. Met lots of them while I was a Stormcloak. What can I do for you, stranger? Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Take a look.
Steal anything from my shop and...
Come on in. Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
Excuse me, sir. I don't normally do... Marvelous. My name is Lucien Flavius. I'm a scientist, philosopher, amateur wizard, and something of a musician, though I suppose that's more of a hobby. I couldn't help noticing that you seem... how can I put this? Well acquainted with the less savoury side of Skyrim? As a matter of fact, I do. I'm here in Skyrim on an expedition, academic mainly. I find the province simply fascinating. The flora, the fauna, the ruins, both Dwemer and Nordic, the architecture, the politics. Trouble is, I'm really not much of a fighter. I know a few spells and can just about swing a sword, but beyond that, I'm pretty useless in combat. Skyrim's no place for a milk drinker like me. Not on my own, anyway. So, I'm looking for someone to travel with. I suppose what I'm asking is, would you awfully mind if I tag along? I will of course compensate you most handsomely for putting up with me. Oh, shall we say 300 septims up front? After that, I'll top you up every time we come across something useful to my research. At your discretion, of course. No obligations, save that you take me with you, and assist in keeping me alive wherever possible. Oh, splendid. Here's your gold. This is going to be quite the adventure. It's a pleasure to meet you. Lead on.
You scared me. For a second there I thought you... Yes. Well, maybe. Let's just say I may have angered the wrong folks.
Call upon me if I can be of any service.
Someone new, perhaps someone looking... Allow me to officially What can I help you with today? Take a look.
All right, then. Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over. Welcome to Dead Man. If you want a place to spend the night, let me know. I keep the inn. I'll rent you a room. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. You hear any juicy gossiping? Welcome to Dead Man's Drink. You hear any juicy gossip? Town? Be sure to share.
Hey, you there. I need to talk to you. I lost something of mine nearby. A family heirloom. It was a locket, gold with an emerald in the center. I think I dropped it nearby while traveling. If you could help me find it, I would gladly pay you for your trouble. I can lead you to where I think I dropped it. Oh, thank you. Let me take you there right away. I think I dropped it around here somewhere. Do you see it? Sorry, love. Nothing personal. I just need to relieve you of your coin. Take care now.
Crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say your defense?
I'm telling you, this is a mistake!
Everything all right? You expect me to believe that? I still don't like it, but I guess I'll overlook it. This time. Everything here appears to be okay. You can move along now.
That was unexpected. Why did you help me? You have an eye for talent. Okay then, I guess I owe you. So, what do you do? Are you some kind of adventurer? Couldn't decide what you wanted to be when you grew up? It's okay. I can appreciate a man of many talents. Arissa Asius O'Pharaoh, pleased to make your acquaintance. If you need a lock picked or a trap disarmed, I'm your woman. Stay out of my way, I'll try to stay out of yours. So lead the way, my skilled and indecisive companion. I'm ready to get out of here.
Well met. Unlike my brother, I've no dislike of strangers. Met lots of them while I was a storm. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Steal anything from my shop.
Steal's good, but loyalty's better. I'm loyal to... Looking to protect yourself? Or deal some damage? See me at my forge if you need arms.
You have something to say? Well, save your breath. The way I see it, you don't have much more of them left. Talk is for cowards whose blades say nothing. A son of Cloud Ruler Temple named me the Desert Fang. The Thalmor know me as Des Courier. To you, I am simply Savashni, the Khajiit who spared your life. A Kaviri, forged in a Dragonland, did a sword and armor of the blades, sworn to the service of the true Emperor. But know this, my sword serves no one. You could be Tibus Septim reborn, and I'll still send you back to the Divines with your head in your arms. You think on who they were, and not who they are. The Blades are a group of bandits, rogues and traitors. Most of all, they are fools. Fools who couldn't see past their own weakness. Like parasites who cling to the lion's mane. The weak must ally with the strong, and pray they aren't flicked off by the stroke of its tongue. It makes no difference whether this Titus Mead is of dragon blood or Skeever, just that his army stands between them and the executioner's axe. If the Blades weren't fools, they would measure their emperors by where they seat their Thalmor guests, at the table or on a pike. What you consider a fight, or even a war, is nothing more than a brawl between drunken louts over spilled drink. A great swordsman's talents are wasted in a war. Stray arrows, trebuchets, accidents. Many great warriors have been felled by the blade of chaos. One can't even trust his own side in the haze of war. Who's to say who's friend or foe when your eyes squint through guises of dirt and smoke? Like your queries, they range from the utterly pointless to the completely meaningless. Then we agree on something. It's not often my views align with that of a simpleton's. Perhaps I need to re-examine my position. Another simple query from a devout simpleton. The answer is tall, green-robed, and uglier than an imp. The Thalmor's tentacles extend all across Tamriel, but in Skyrim, their presence is weak. While they are busy protecting their vital organs, they will bleed out from their wrists with every Justicar I slay on the road below. True, the one I killed to gain this armor was indeed a blade, a master of the dual sword technique, and my mentor. He was a man of 40 years, and I no older than a dozen, when I first bested him in single combat. Yet he was still my better, and our bodies would never be at an age where I could prove otherwise. At 16, my mentor had exhausted his use to me in terms of body. I would have granted him death right then, if not for the secrets his mind guarded. The Way of the Nine, stances and techniques derived from the teachings of the divines. That was his legacy, and his gift to me, his only pupil. But only when I was ready. A phrase thrown around by masters of all disciplines who wish to teach their pupils the value of patience. What I wasn't ready for, and never would be, was religious nonsense with which he dressed the art of the kill. Now as I enter my prime, I search for the lesson that escaped into the void when we last crossed our blades. Fool, your words display the emptiness of your mind. It was my mentor himself who stated the stance of Arche was one passed on through death. Yet it's possible, as Arche governs life and death, that it was a test of one's scruples, and in killing him, the technique is lost to eternity. Yet if I hadn't struck the killing blow, then I myself would be lost to the void, and that's a trade only imbeciles like you would find worthy. You will understand little of what I speak, and much of it is of no practical use, but facile metaphors tossed around by dying man. But I will enjoy watching your brow twitch in confusion as I pass his words on to you. Take, for instance, Debella, the god of beauty. Fool, the stance of Arche is the very heart of the dual sword technique. Life and death, ice and fire. The nature of all things are born of two. This duality applies to both life and battle. When a mortal kills a foe, in that instant, Arche grants death to one and life to the other. Or so the priestly ones will tell you. Yet the true duality lies not in the dirt and stars, but in how the blade serves as both sword and shield. Twin moons, one sky. Each blade shifts from offense to defense, a mirror reflection of the other, and the opponent knows not where to strike. Yet as it is not a single stance, but a motion that adapts to its opponent, it has proved as impenetrable in theory as it is in practice. It snowed that night when it should have rained. My mentor looked at the sky and said Kynareth was all out of tears. And I said, Kynareth does not cry for fools. We drew our swords and dashed through the trees, our feet rapping against the snow. The night before I had chosen my stance. While most would use the flurry of Akatosh, the technique is too violent. I could kill my mentor and lose sight of the very thing I sought to learn. And in a spiritual sense, the Father does not come before the Son. It was the defense of Zenithar that shielded me from his attack. If I saw both his blades as swords and not shields, I could parry, if not kill. Our blades clashed, but made no sound, muffled by the snowstorm. His swords came at me from all directions, but I kept my eyes on his feet. Or more precisely, the tracks he left in the snow. There was a pattern there, if only I had more time. To Akatosh, I went for the flurry and the kill. Yet when I saw his blade rise to the block, I hesitated, only to see that very blade run me through. It was then that he revealed the true essence of the technique. I assumed he moved to protect his life when his stroke came for my death. But the blade missed my heart by the width of a cat's hair. I made no such mistake with his neck. Just like that, it was over. I dropped to my knees and reached for my potion as his body drowned in a cascade of snow. I tossed the half-empty bottle beside his severed head and said he could have the rest. When he didn't respond, I couldn't help but laugh. All of it, the tracks, the blood, and his legacy, washed away in a tide of white. Cyrodiil, fool, from the steps of Cloudrilla Temple, from whence I came before that, no one knows. A blade who had left the service found me as he descended the steps. To him it was a sign from the divines. In truth, it was just a cowardly mother, waiting for the opportune time, and a man with forlorn eyes. Having left the order, his eyes were indeed tainted with sorrow, and for that he pitied this kitten when he should have abandoned it. Yet it was his newly discovered faith in the workings of the gods that inspired him to develop the skills for which I'm the caretaker. The world is full of such tales of fate and coincidence. That's what we burn into our memories. And all the other instances, every day we live without incident, those moments are never ascribed to the laziness of the gods, just forgotten. You are a simpleton to assume that I am only drawn by death. Life too flourishes in this hold. The the garden of ferns, thistle, and mountain flowers that grows in this hollow column stills my blood and allows me to meditate. At night, the hunters camp at the mountain top affords me a view of the land. On clear nights, the bright necklace of stars. Begone, then.
What do you need? Oh, please, give me all the good stuff. Let's get back to it.
Come on! Come on!
Hi! Go ahead. Load me up. What's next?
closest town from here. It's probably best if we split up.
Good luck. I wouldn't have made it without your help. Did I? Look. Like he's gone for good this time. I don't think we should stick around to see if he comes back.
You're dead! Dead!
Gods, no! I love a challenge!
Hello there, fellow traveler. One itinerant minstrel and wandering wastrel at your service.